It is no question that Casey Neistat is a godfather of YouTube himself.
This is my desk. This is where I work all day, every day.
Being able to invest himself into his filmmaking craft and YouTube over the course of, well, a decade or two.
10 years ago, a decade ago, I started my YouTube channel. How old were you a decade ago? Like 6?
And yes, while YouTube is heavily saturated and there's mounds of content being uploaded every single day, that does not necessarily mean that it is impossible for you to do the same with your channel, but it just means you have to approach it a different way, which is, well, building your media brand.
It's like yes and no.
And well, as Casey put it himself,
it's required to succeed in anything, but especially on YouTube, it's patience.
if this is the first time you're stumbling across my channel or videos, I make videos about social media topics, my filmmaking gigs and the behind the scenes of those, filmmaking tips and photography tips. So if you would like once a week or twice a week of this content, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to this channel to never miss one. Creators like Casey Neistat or MrBeast or Jesse or Marcus Brownlee, I mean we could go on, but all of these creators have one thing in common besides just being big creators that are really entertaining on YouTube. And that is that they have all treated their YouTube channels like YouTube brands or businesses, in that they have invested a lot of time into YouTube, and well, that's what it's going to favor for you as well. So this is how they did it. As Casey Neistat identifies as a filmmaker first before a YouTuber, because that is what he had done before YouTube even existed.
I wanted the big cameras, I wanted the big crew, I wanted to...
As he had this HBO series and things like it. The skill sets that he acquired during this time of learning filmmaking, doing so with the funds that he received through these projects and reinvesting that into his own career, as far as equipment goes, marketing goes, and just building his brand awareness goes. Well, instead of investing a few months or a couple of years into YouTube, like how most of us think is naturally how you grow your channel and become sustainable on this platform in the first place, instead Casey Neistat actually invested 2 decades worth making videos that were engaging, that he had already built an audience around, and then he just started putting them on YouTube. Now I know it's completely daunting to think about that amount of time, because it is a lot of time to invest into something. And it's not to say that you and I should expect the same thing to happen over the course of 2 decades, but it is to say that we have to invest more than a couple of months in order to reach a point at which we can sustain growth and keep it going, or develop a loyal audience for that matter, that find your videos entertaining, things that they won't click off of, or will have stagnant growth for the entire longevity of your career on this platform.
It's not an inspiring story until you've succeeded.
Exactly, I know, and so many people say they want to do what I do, but it's like, do you really? Because I literally gave up my entire teenage years, before I was 13 till after I was 19, so my whole teenage years were grinding on YouTube.
Because I mean, wouldn't you want a career making videos all the time? I mean, unless you don't care about making YouTube videos, then well, you wouldn't be watching this video. So the only realistic and practical way to make this happen for you is to treat it like your brand or business and invest a few years into it, because any brand or business that is sustainable is a startup before they are anything else. And a startup meaning that it is not yet profitable until after a certain amount of time that you have invested enough input that you gain return or output. And it is exactly why creators like MrBeast have stated multiple times that he really started out with nothing of equipment. First a laptop, a phone, and so forth, so on and so forth.
Let's see how many subscribers I have. What? 2,000 What?
Just like Casey Neistat did, and he didn't always have these huge cameras that he can carry around that have this really, really crisp, buttery footage that we are all used to.
I've been lighting it with the lamp and those things when it focuses. So yeah, I ordered new lighting. It came in the mail today. This iPhone doesn't have a front-facing camera. Obviously, no iPhone does. So I can't really see myself when I'm recording myself, if that makes any sense.
But he started out with a point and shoot, which is something like this. He and his brother filmed an entire engaging HBO show on a point and shoot camera. Then it was content on content on content and more content, without expecting any real results for a while. But honing that craft, developing the audience, and having them engage, then that allows you to grow even more, and then you start scaling up to your equipment.
Fuck yeah! Oh my god!
And before you know it, this is all going in a momentum that allows you to reinvest and build and reinvest, and then it's sustainable. But lo and behold, do we all know that this takes a long time, and YouTube favors that longevity. I think that is important to remember in this video. YouTube does favor longevity. So if you, like I, really want to continue making videos and have them fund, well, your videos, have your videos fund your videos, then it is quite necessary and practical and, well, the only real way that you treat it like a brand or business and just make content for a while and wait and grow from there.
And ever since then, it's been like a rocket ship to right now. The first few months working with Casey, I was doing a lot of producing.
4:33 in the morning.
And then Casey said, I'm leaving all this and I'm moving to Boston and I'm going to MIT. And I was like, oh, wow, cool. I guess that's it. That's the end of the road. And he said, no, I want you to stick around, stay here, work on the studio.
You know, Jack, you didn't mention there that I just like had you hang around and I still paid you for 6 months. That would have been like a cool.
I was still doing stuff in the studio.
But hey, I mean, you're always going to be making videos, and more content means more growth, and more growth just means more creativity. So, why would you not want to do that? So if you, awesome person who is watching this video, have invested a couple of months, well, try putting in a year, and then see where you're at. And if nothing has really happened yet, try a year and a half, and then 2 years, and so on and so forth. See what happens.
Beam is a technology company that about a year and a half ago I founded with my friend Matt.
I really don't think you're going to regret it because, I mean, those ideas are just going to keep on flowing and you're going to keep on having more fun. Plus, I mean, this is you. You're making your videos. That's awesome. So yeah guys, that is why it is completely practical and necessary to treat YouTube like your own media brand or business, and I think it's preferred that you keep it that way for as long as you can. That is until you may want to switch over to something else. Don't forget to leave the comment down below and letting me know your thoughts. How do you think this brand or business concept will work for you? I hope you guys have enjoyed this breakdown of YouTube branding and Casey Neistat's brand per se. I hope you guys have a good day or night, and I shall see you in the next film. Peace!